Hello guys, how are y'all doing today? Thanks for joining me. This is Kisha with Crafty Sweet, and I am coming to you today to do a simple card using the Simply Succulents stamp set along with the coordinating dies that are called potted succulent dies. And I'm going to be doing some blending with our blending brushes. So I'm so excited to get started on this card. I'm going to use a Calypso coral card base today. I haven't used Calypso coral in a while as a card base, but we're going to jump into that today. All of the products that I'm using on this card is going to be listed in the description below. So you can purchase it in my online store at craftysweet.stampinup.net. This is the host code for March. So if you're making any purchases in my store for March, please use this host code if your order is less than $150, because I'll send you a gift from for ordering from me. If your order is over $150, don't use this host code because you'll enjoy your own Stampin' rewards and you'll still get my my freebie in the mail. So that's the host code. I'll show it again just so I can at the end, so I can use a little bit more of my surface so you can see what I'm doing. Again, this is a Simply Succulent Bundle. This is in the mini catalog. And don't purchase these separate. Put in the host code, I mean not the host code, but the ordering code for the bundle so you can save 10%. So it is on page 39. So let me give you the host code. It'll be in the description, but I just want to show you in the mini catalog, anytime you're ordering a bundle, meaning it includes a stamp set and a punch, or a stamp set and a die set, you want to use that that bundle price. I mean the bundle ordering number, because if you put these numbers in separately, you're going to be charged separately for the two items. If you put in the item number for the bundle, you save 10%. So make sure you're doing that when you're ordering any bundles. Again, whether it includes the punch or the stamp set. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. That mini catalog will run through June. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the card. So I'm going to use a Calypso coral card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I am going to score it at 5 1/2 using my Stampin' trimmer at 5 1/2, and make sure you're using your scoring blade, which is the lighter color. This is the cutting blade. You don't want to use your cutting blade. You want to use your scoring blade to just score that in half for your card base. Okay, and we're gonna fold that and then crease it with the bone folder. Okay, so let's set that to the side. Next, I am going to, let's go ahead and do our stamping. So in this stamp set, you get this large succulent spray, and then you have the individual ones. I'm going to use the individual ones. I already have it mounted on my block. And let me show you something really quick. So these are the dies that we're going to be using today, right here. But in the die set, you get this image, this die right here, so you can cut out a full die like this. So this is actually what we're going to use to do our blending, because I want this design on one of the layers in the card. So we're going to use this one. And then if you notice inside the die set, you get 1, 2, 3, you get 4 different labels. So this die set is phenomenal, especially if you like layering up your labels whether they stand alone or you're putting cardstock behind them. This die set has 4 of them in it, and it actually works with all of the greetings in the stamp set. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our blending first. So I have a piece of basic white cut down to 3 3/4 by 5, and so I'm gonna bring in, move the dies to the side, and I'll show you. I'm gonna show you another tip with the dies. Let me fold this in half so I can use this as scratch paper. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna layer. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna use this image kind of like a mask. Okay, and I'm gonna grab some Post-it notes to kind of secure that down on each side so it doesn't move when I blend. Okay, but steering clear of the white itself. Okay, I'm going to blend, use my blending brushes. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, and then our one of our blending brushes. Okay, so when you use the blending brushes, you're actually getting a little bit of ink on your brush, and so you notice when you start, it's going to be a little bold the harder you press. So I like to start off and then start going on the cardstock. Now, if you want that bolder color, then by all means start on the cardstock, and you don't have to worry about, you know, going off to the side. But I like to come in off the side and then come in on the cardstock. And you can go as dark as you want or as light as you want. So again, coming off the side and then coming in. This image, I really like this this die because it works as a mask or stand alone. You can also use the die itself if you want to use that. See, I came in a little bit. I went straight down, so I'm darker in that spot, but that's okay because you can smooth it out. All right, I think that looks good. I'm actually, let's go a little bit bolder right there. Okay, so let's take that off and then lift this up, pull my Post-it notes off because I can use this stencil again. So this is the image that we have, and this is what we want to work with. All right, now I have another piece that I'm going to layer. I just went just an 1/8 of an inch up on this second layer. And so what I want, so this is actually 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I'm just going to layer that on top using my Stampin' seal. Let's see, do I want, yeah, I'm going to do this off to the side because this is going to make my greeting. My greeting is going to be on this side, and it's going to make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so let's sit that to the side. Now, let's go ahead and do some more stamping. So, next tip I like to do with the dies that are kind of hard to line up. On my stamp set, I used a Sharpie and I put a little mark in the same place on the stamp. You put that mark on the die. So when I get ready to line it up, I know exactly the direction that the die is supposed to be in. So I'm going to stamp this in Momento Black because we're going to use our Stampin' blends. And actually, I'm going to use 2 of these. I already got one, both of them die cut, but I'm going to show you guys how blended this succulent. So succulents come in like in different colors, right? I have succulents in my office at work, and I absolutely love them because it's hard to kill them. But so some of the succulents that I have in my office actually have like a little like a red orange kind of tint to the tip. So that is what I'm gonna emulate in this the succulents for this card. So I'm using right now my light mint macaron blend, and I'm just gonna color the entire image. And then you're gonna see in just a second how I'm going to use other blends to kind of bring this to life. So with my dark mint macaron, I'm going to take and just on the lines, you see on the lines on this image, the little lines where there would be shadowing, that's where I'm going to use the dark mint macaron. The dark mint macaron, and then I'll show you how I'm going to get the color on my tips. Just a second. Let me go do this really quick. This goes really quick because you're using the image as your guide, so you'll know exactly where you can put some of the darker areas where there will be most likely like a shadow. Okay, and I'm just going to do some on this area. Okay, looks good. All right, now I'm going to take my light Calypso Coral. You don't want to use the, well, I didn't want to use the dark. I thought it was too bold of like that peach color that I wanted. I just wanted just a hint of this color on the tip. So this works for me. If you want to use that bolder, if you want it bold and want to use that dark Calypso Coral, go ahead. But I think this it gives just enough tint to the tips without it being so overpowering. So that's what I chose to use. Again, you're crafting, you're creative. You can use whatever looks best for you. But I think that looks perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. Now I'm going to take my light again, and I'm just going to go over the entire image again to kind of smooth and blend all of the colors together. Okay, so that's the image that you're left with. Again, I've already die cut both of those out using my die. Next, let's go ahead and do let's go ahead and stamp our pot. We're going to need that, and then we're going to need thanks. Again, Momento Black ink because I'm using the blends. And let's stamp that. And close this up. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Let's see. This is light crumb cake. Yep, this is what I want. Use light crumb cake. It's a shame. I have another crumb cake set blend, my Stampin' blend set, but I'm like, I don't want to start using it until I absolutely cannot use this one anymore. I know that's crazy, but like the brush end is really good, but the tip end is, I think it's had its better day. But the blending, the brush tip still works, so that's what I'm using until it runs out of ink. Now I'm going to go in with dark crumb cake and just on the sides, again using the lines in this image as my guide. And then I'm going to blend it all in together. I want some dark stripes in here on the pot. And then again down here at the bottom. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with the brush in again and blend all of that in together. Sorry about the noise. It's almost done. Blend it all in together. Go over the lines. Just like that. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's bring in the mini. Let's see, I want to cut some of this out, but I need my image in white. And then we're going to use mint macaron to cut out some more images. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our Stampin' Cut and Emboss work. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and we have our 1 plate down. We have our number 2 plate. Let's go ahead and line this up. And then we're going to need a white, basic white. Okay. Sandwich that in together and then push it through. Okay. And then we're going to need, let's see, I'm going to need 2 of those. Let's go ahead and push that through. This one. And we're going to do 1 more. Okay, 2 of those. Okay, we are done with the die cutting. Let's see. Here's our label. I love that label. That's cute. It's tiny and just what you need. Okay. Let's bring in thanks and go ahead and stamp that on our label. Thanks. All right. Cute, right? Think so. All right. Now let's layer this baby up. Let's see. Calypso coral card base, and then we have our 2 pieces. Okay, we're going to put this here, this with Stampin' Dimensionals, of course. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's put the card together. All right, I'm going to put the pot, and then I want, let's see, these 2 kind of sticking down in the pot, but kind of like offset a little bit, kind of like that in the pot. But I'm going to put it up high enough, a little bit down here at the bottom. So let's see. Hold up. Like, kind of like off to the side a little bit. All right. Now we're going to, I'm going to put that up high a little bit, because I'm going to have these two are going to be just like that. And then your pot, my pot is going to look like that. So something like that. So let's go ahead and put this down. This is going to be straight adhesive. The Stampin' seal, because it's going to be flat, because everything else is going to be popped up. So I'm going to put that right about there. And then I want these two kind of sitting in the pot. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the pot. But I need to put the dimensionals down so I have room. Let me move this one. Well, I'll do it on the opposite side. I can't move it. It's already down. And I'm going to put one more dimensional. Okay. So just like this, and I'm going to put that right about there. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on these, on those two succulents. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. All right, so kind of like here, and then one like that. Cute. Oh, I like it. Okay, now let's do thanks. Oh, I smeared thanks. Hold up. Let's die cut another one. I thought it was dry. That's okay. Let's do another one. Put that down at the bottom. And crank it through. Plates to the side. Now where's thanks? Thanks. And thanks. Let's go ahead and hit that with a heat tool so I won't smear it again. I thought I gave it enough time. Okay, so let's put dimensionals on the back of that. You know what? I don't want to run the risk of doing that again, so you know what? I stamped it on the wrong side. Thanks. Okay, let me heat that side. I am multi-finger working today. Got everything going. Dimensionals on fingers, holding the heat gun, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to sit that there, and let's go ahead and put this on a card. I want dimensionals on the back of this. Pop it up a little bit. One on the side. Let's see, 2 more. I think that looks good. Okay, now let's go ahead and take our paper backings off. Just like that. Are all of them off? Yep. All right, we're going to adhere this down to our Calypso coral card base, making sure it's even all the way around. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my linen thread and we're going to tie our bow. All right, I'm going to do a double bow. And then cut off the ends. Just like this. Just like that. And let's pull that down. Bring our scissors. Just like that. Probably need to trim the tails a little bit more. Okay, now that is going to go right there. I'm going to bring in my glue dot, and I'm going to roll the glue dot just a little bit, and I'm going to put that right here. That's the bow, and then that should be dry. I'm going to peel our paper backings off of the label, and this is going to go right off to the side of the pot like this. Okay. Now let's bring in some of our Opal Rounds. These are cute. And let's go ahead and add some of these to the card. One right here, and then one more for fun. Again, these are the Opal Rounds. So cute. All right. So there you have it. This is it was cute, right? And simple. We got some masking going on using our blending brushes. We got die cutting work. We added our embellishments. We added some linen thread. You know what? Let's curl these. Let's curl these a little bit. The ends. I just take your bone folder and just do it like that. Kind of curl the ends a little bit. I think I like that rather than being straight. So just take your bone folder and just curl the ends a little bit. I think I like that a little bit better. All right, there you have it, my friends. It's a cute, simple card using the Simply Succulents stamp set, along with the potted succulent dies that I've used. Here, let's go ahead and put those, and go ahead and put these back in here. I am loving this set. I love succulents, but I think this card, this thank you card, is very simple and nice, easy to send to someone. All right, that's it. Again, everything that I've used on this card can be found in the shopping store. If your order is less than $150, please use that host code so you can get a free gift from me. And also make sure you're shopping with me, Kisha Davis, as your demonstrator, and that you've elected to share your information with me. That way I'll have your address. So if you message me and you've ordered from me, either I wasn't your demonstrator when you placed your order, or you didn't elect for me to see your address so I can send your gift. So please make sure when you're placing your order that you're doing that so I can have your address to send your gift. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.